second-seeded New England Patriots, the seventh-seeded LA Chargers. Herbert, Maye, and all of the other people that play for these teams besides the quarterbacks. 8 minutes to go in the first. We are scoreless. And Maye's pass tipped by Tier Tart. Deion Henley, who's been everywhere this year for this Chargers defense, turns it over. They take over inside the 10-yard line. After 3 straight runs for Herbert, we hate points, Steve.
Yep.
They go for it. Herbert, incomplete. Get the turnover inside the 10. Get nothing to show for it. So the Chargers come up empty, and the Patriots drive begins right there. And in one little toss to Ramondre Stevenson, they're basically at midfield. They would get a field goal. It's a 3-0 game. We're 3-3 late in the first half, and Maye with might have been the biggest play of the game in terms of a chunk play. A pickup of 37 sets up another field goal, 6-3 at the half. I saw Bill Barnwell tweet at some point, it feels like maybe first touchdown wins. A 6-3 game. Maye, Kayshon Boutte. Actually, that's a 42-yard pickup. That's more than 37, just math. Patriots on the move. But then later in the drive, Maye looking for Austin Hooper, had a step, overthrows him. Another field goal, and so the Chargers couldn't get anything going on offense, but they're still hanging around. 9-3. This toss out into the flat. Boutte, another decent gain of 16. 1st and 10 from the 28. Maye, clean pocket. There we go. Hunter Henry is in for the first touchdown of the game, and 16-3 felt like it might as well have been 100-3. Ensuing Charger drive. K'Lavon Chaisson. Ball! And Herbert must have felt like he was in 25 car crashes, constantly just getting blasted. Their O-line's been an issue with injuries throughout the season, but the Charger defense does stiffen, and they get the ball back. This is a 4th and 9. It's getting late. Herbert hits Oronde Gadsden. The Chargers trying to pull off something miraculous. 4th and 9 at the 2-minute warning. Fitting that this is how Herbert's night ends. Gets swallowed up by Milton Williams. And then Williams giving his coach a hug. Little incidental contact. And you know how much Vrabel loves this. We got blood, dip, spit, mitten, and he's like, hey, I'm bleeding. Look at me. Vrabel loving every bit of that. He's got a great bond with his team, and they will move on. Tim Hasselbeck is alongside. And I'm going to just start with you as a guy who's a football coach, to just put yourself in Vrabel's shoes. You're moving on, so that's right. Good. But when you're looking at this tape, what are you looking to clean up?
Well, listen, I think you're thrilled. You won. Like plain and simple, and that's what I'll celebrate. And that you're exactly right about that. But I think you're also going to look at it and you'll be like, listen, it's Drake Maye's kind of first opportunity in a playoff game, and there's a lot you got to clean up there. And I think there's just even some stuff. Like, I think defensively he's going to be very happy, but he's going to know that the challenge against that offensive line is going to be different than, going forward. So there's that. But I think the thing I would probably be most concerned about is probably the carelessness with the football. Drake Maye throws an interception backed up. And I think there's an opportunity for him to be a little more patient on the play, let the tight end kind of clear underneath so that there's a lane to throw the football. Then 2 other times he fumbles. Fumbles are worse than interceptions because of where they happen. And they were at times where it didn't need to happen, where he could have just eaten it, just taken the sack. So I think that's a good thing for a coach, at least in my opinion, to go in and say, congratulations on the win. We're going to celebrate it. But, man, these are areas we need to get better at. Nearly a 2-to-1 yards advantage in a game. And, again, the Chargers, from the minute that they lost tackles twice their starting left tackle, and Alt's obviously a difference maker, Slater in the beginning of the year. But I look at what the plays where Maye had time and showed poise. I feel like the good was pretty obvious as well, wasn't it? Yeah, and really the difference of the game is, because Herbert had no time, Maye was a better scrambler, a better runner, made more plays. Also, in the touchdown pass to Henry, obviously, it's a nice job of like subtle pocket movement. But yeah, Maye, don't get me wrong. Like, listen, and I'm like the biggest Drake Maye, fan out there in terms of his game. He had his bright spots in a very big way in a playoff game against a good defense. That's good. I'm just saying, like, there are also going to be three opportunities for turnovers that were scary. But yeah, his good was really good, and the bad was probably really bad.
Yeah, but I think that's what all you coaches live for, is the perfect situation is winning a game that earns you the right to continue playing and an opportunity to be critical, teaching moments, etc. In terms of the larger picture as it relates to this New England team, we're in the tournament. I don't know if it even matters now. But throughout this season, what was the one thing we said? They haven't beat anybody good. Well, whatever. You just beat a Patriots team. I get that they were the last team in. But how significant is it for a young team and a guy in his first start as a quarterback to lead him to a victory?
I think the team, and I also think the fan base. The fan base got spoiled for a really long time. And now the environment in Foxborough to be like, oh, this is what this is like. And to have the excitement with Vrabel bringing it back and all that, I think it's a huge thing for everybody that's close to the organization at all. And so that's a big deal. The other thing is, Scott, is the matchup that they're going to get. Look, they're going to play one of the teams that play tomorrow night. Mm-hmm. And look, I think that, I think they, and I understand they've lost to the Steelers this year, but like, I think it's not a bad draw for his team.
Understood. But it's just, if there's a final thought, because we're trying to sort of give you the obits, I suppose, on the teams whose season comes to an end. From the Chargers, I don't know how we can judge them given what their line became over the course of time. They stood up the best they could tonight, but that was the issue, wasn't it?
I think it just tells you, the obit is Herbert's a warrior, an absolute warrior. And how they are building the team in terms of investing in the tackles on both sides, investing in high draft pick and drafting Hampton, finding, Vidal, who's going to be a really good player also. They're building it the right way. It just sometimes it's the war of attrition.
Yeah, the rookie Hampton was hurt tonight, a couple of snaps, and as just the way Mike Tirico and Chris Collinsworth described, just didn't look right. And so I got to think they're looking for a receiver that can get some separation too, because there wasn't a whole lot of that tonight when Herbert did have an opportunity to throw the football. We'll be bringing you